welcome to Storm Reads, and today I'm going to do a tag video. It is called the School Days tag. I wasn't tagged by anybody, but I thought this sounded like a really fun tag to do, and I seen it off of Lee's from Darkroot Creations channel and Tiffany from the Beach Bun Bookworm, so I'll link those down below because those are a couple channels that I seen it from. And then I looked up, I found one where the original creator, and it's what Victoria read, and so I'll put her down here too. And basically it's just got questions that revolve, it's in two sections. One revolves around like the times of day at school for, it looks like maybe teachers, and it could be like teachers and students, but I think it's kind of like teachers. And then it has another one which is subjects, and you could pick as many subjects as you wanted that she had listed, so I didn't do them all. I just went ahead and picked out a few that I thought I had easy answers for and that I could think of something to go with them. So hopefully it works. But let's just get into it. And so the first one is First Bell. Tell us about the book you first got you into reading. Okay. So I've been reading since I was a little kid, and I have no clue what was the first book that might have got me into reading. I do remember some books from my childhood, like Goodnight Moon, Burr Rabbit and Burr Bear. My dad used to read that to me and do voices, and so I always thought that one was cool, and that one's like one in my memory. I know I used to read like the Encyclopedia Brown books, Ramona books, How to Eat Fried Worms. I mean, I can remember like some of those, but as to exactly what got me started into reading, I don't have a clue. And then break time. Which book did you most recently have to take a break from or DNF? And sadly, I'm going to have to say that was the Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. I had this as an e-arc, and I was really excited about it because I liked a couple of his other books, but I just couldn't get into this one. I really did not like the main character. All of the characters were pretty, like, not likable, but I just really couldn't get into the main one of the story, so I just had to give it up. Then we have Lunchtime. Tell us about your favorite book that features food. Well, I don't have, like, necessarily a favorite book that features food, but I do have a favorite series that features food, which is unusual for me because I really don't like a lot of foodie books, but I really like the Supper Club series by Ellery Adams, and that features a group who's trying to lose weight, and they try all these different types of diets. So in each book, not only is there a mystery to solve, but you have a different type of diet that they're trying, whether it's like low carb, Mediterranean, just going to the gym and exercising, hypnosis, I mean, all kinds of things that they're trying to do to lose weight. And sorry if you hear my dog snorting in the background. And then Final Bell. Which book have you most recently finished reading? So that would be Dune by Frank Herbert. Yay! I finally got Dune finished, so you won't have to see this on my Monday Reads anymore. Finally finished it, and it was okay. It was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. And then homework. What is the last nonfiction book that you read or enjoyed? So I don't read nonfiction much, but I do have an e-arc of sort of like a nonfiction. It's kind of like a humorous nonfiction, and I'm in the middle of reading it. I'm almost finished with it, and it's called Your Guide to Not Getting Murdered by a Quaint English Village, and I'll put a picture here. It's by Maureen Johnson and illustrated by Jay Cooper, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, Jay Cooper. And I'm going to try to show a picture here. Okay, it's got like these fun illustrations like this in it, and this shows a guy strangling another one in his study. And then it would say something like, I mean, it's really easy to read because it's got like very few, oh, you can't see it. There we go. It's got very few words on a lot of the pages, so it's like super easy to read, and that's why I decided to go ahead and try to finish it today. But yeah, and it's just really funny. And it says like the study. It's for working on memoirs and revising wills. You're mentioned in both, but not in a good way. The gun room. Strangely, it's safer than the study. And so it just has things like that. And basically, it's kind of based on, you know, how a lot of the detective shows that you watch or even read, the murders always take place in a quaint English village. And so this is your guide to not getting murdered in a quaint English village. So it's telling you like what not to do. Don't look out the window because those are the ones that get killed. So it's kind of fun, but that's pretty much the only nonfiction that I have read even recently, and that's because I started reading it today. So this says staff room. Tell us about a book that you go to when you need to take a breath. Okay, so I think breathers for me, even though I read a lot of them, if I'm reading a lot of grittier mysteries and a lot of horror, cozy mysteries, they're kind of a breather for me. They're like a palate cleanser, especially if they're the like really funny ones. Like this is one of my favorite series. It's laugh out loud funny and everything. So I know that books that are humorous, the cozy mysteries, they're just gonna make me laugh, gonna make me just enjoy and have a good time. So they would be something that I would read to take a breather from, like other like procedural crime mysteries and like the darker, grittier kind. Okay, so then we have the subjects, and so I have math, and how do you rate your books? So I rate mine as 1, I didn't like, 2 stars, it was not very good. 3, I liked it, it was okay. And 4, I really liked it, and it's probably a book that I would probably recommend to people, and I really enjoyed. And then 5 stars, I really loved it. It's probably going to be on my best books of the year type of thing, and I will definitely be telling everybody that they should read that book. That's kind of how I rate my books. And so, science. Which book couple do you think has the best chemistry? Well, to tell you the truth, I couldn't make up my mind. So I have 2. 2 of my favorite couples are Matthew and Diana from The Discovery of Witches. It's the All Souls trilogy. And then Veronica and Stoker from the Veronica Speedwell series. I love both of these couples, and I couldn't really make up my mind which one I like the most, so I said to mention both of them. And then history. Which 3 historical fiction novels have you most enjoyed? And if you don't read historical fiction, which area of history would you like to learn more about? So I would like to know, does historical mysteries count? Because I don't read a lot of just plain historical fiction, but I do like to read historical mysteries. And I think that, you know, in historical mysteries, you're still learning a lot about history. I mean, the authors have to make it sound, you know, right. It has to be in the right, you know, things that has to, you know, wording and stuff like that has to be kind of the same like a historical fiction, at least to me. And so I really enjoy, like I said, the Veronica Speedwell series, and this is a historical mystery, and this is by Deanna Raybourn, and it's one of my absolute favorite series. This one is the Rexford and Sloane series, and it's one of my favorite as well. And it's this one is Murder on Black Swan Lane, and it's by Andrea Penrose. And I forgot to get my other one. I have it over there, and I don't want to get up and go get it. But the Cat Holloway series by Jennifer Ashley is one of my favorites. And I think the first book is called Death Below Stairs, I believe. And so yeah, all three of those are three of my favorite. I would like to also mention a cozy mystery series that's my favorite, and that is the Gaslight series by Victoria Thompson. And it's a close runner-up to these three, so I wanted to go ahead and mention it because I really like it. Areas of history that I like to learn about, though, I do like to learn about the Roaring Twenties. That's one of my favorite eras in history, just to mention. Then religious studies. Which book is one that you always come back to? And so I'm going to mention Persuasion by Jane Austen. It's one of my favorite classics. It's one of my favorite Jane Austens. It's probably my favorite one. It's kind of tied with Pride and Prejudice, but it's still, I always say this one is my favorite. And so if I'm going to come back to something like, and this one, you know, could also be classified as like something I would take a breather with, is to read one of my favorite classics. Is, you know, kind of taking a breather from a lot of the other stuff that I read. And then art. It says, show us 3 books that you think have the best covers. And, well, I've already showed you them, but I like this one. I think it really shows like the ominous like mystery. It's got the fog and everything. It's just really spooky, creepy, and it just vibes historical mystery to me. So I really like this one. And of course, I really like the covers that they have for the Veronica Speedwell series. They're all like this, kind of, except for in different colors, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. And then I picked out one of my classics that I got in this really fun edition. This is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, and it's just really pretty, and it's hard to convey how pretty it is on here because it is real shiny and it just doesn't show up quite as good, but yeah, it's super pretty and I really enjoy this one. It's one of my favorite classics as well. And so that is everything that I have for this school day tag. And so I don't know who to tag because I don't know who's done it. Most of the people off the top of my head have already done it. So if you think this tag looks cool and you want to do it, then go ahead and do this one. So tag your it, and if you do the tag, let me know and I will go check it out. And so I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.